Hello, weirdos. I'm Salad Fingers.
And I'm the really terrifying and traumatizing burglar from Sims 1.
I don't know you, but this is a rusty spoon.
It's actually Morbid.
I'm terrified. Anyway, it's brought to you by you. Actually, no. It's brought to you by Marjorie Stewart Baxter and Jeremy Fisher and Hubert Cumberdale. Oh no, it's actually brought to you just by Hubert Cumberdale and it's actually brought to you by Jeremy Stewart Baxter! Oh, Jeremy Fisher, I got confused because you stole all my things.
That's what I do.
I don't know, guys. It got fucking weird in here. Something's vibrating. Is it Mom?
It's my mom.
Mom, we're in the middle of listener tales. Guys, you thought last time was weird. This time is even weirder.
Because of this.
Yeah, guys, so listener tales is weird now. Super weird.
So, listener tales is weird now.
Listener tales is literally so weird.
It's fun though.
It's so fun.
Because it's after Halloween.
Yeah.
And we still get to do fun stuff.
It's still Halloween.
Yeah, it's still Halloween in our hearts forever.
I love this so much. I'm having a lot of fun.
This is fun.
Yeah.
is
I'm
fun.
kind of nervous about getting this green paint off my face.
I'm honestly nervous for you.
Yeah, what happened was I got like a green powder makeup by accident and it worked like with water. I like mixed it and I was able to put it on my face, but then it wouldn't work on my bald cap because I didn't go actually bald for this look. I just, put a bald
She
cap
didn't
on.
commit,
Listen, I think I committed.
You did.
But did you say you didn't?
I said you did.
Oh, I was like, wow.
You're like, damn, bitch.
I was like, I feel like I did. But yeah, so I'm there's acrylic paint on top of my head is what I was gonna say.
And a little bit on her face, so
And neck.
we will see how this is going.
Yeah, we'll post photos of the aftermath.
We'll see if there's any kind of irritation happening.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see.
There's definitely irritation happening right here,
Yeah.
where
Jeremy Fisher is...
Yeah, Jeremy Fisher.
Jeremy Fisher.
And honestly, my thing was so easy to make, but I got this plumb bob
this
from
plumb bob.
Bob the Builder on Etsy.
I love that.
So go check him out. He does cool stuff. And
Yeah.
he was easy to. He told me how to work it and stuff. So like Bob forever.
Bob the Builder.
I'm gonna be starting
Yeah.
this listener tales experience here.
Let's go, brother.
Let's go. So this one, I should probably go back and tell you what it's actually called.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole
It's
thing.
a little hard. Okay, this one's called Listener Tale. It's more of a yoink than a yeet listener tale.
This one is very funny.
And I like that a lot. Let's see. I'm going to open it up.
Oh yeah, also we went with like a home invasions kind of theme and like
Because it's kind of
kidnapping
what I
sort
do.
of because it's like your thing. I know you're not a kidnapper, but
No, you're kind of a kidnapper. You put kids in ovens.
I know, you're right.
So-
I just didn't want to talk about it here and now.
Sorry.
I never got caught.
I never got caught. All right, so it says, picture it. The summer of 1977 in a suburb of Chicago called Cicero, famous for being the home of the gangster Al Capone. That's pretty badass.
That is really badass.
Scary, but badass.
Yeah,
This also has a picture of Sophia from the Golden Girls on the phone.
of course.
Like, picture it.
me
The summer
see.
of 1977. The heat and humidity of the day simmering off the asphalt. In a small, there it is, there you go. In a small brick bungalow-style home, my mother sauntered about in the stagnant heat of the kitchen. Her youngest sat upon her hip, moi. The child, so angelic and small, was only months old, her strawberry red hair plastered to her absolutely adorable and whittle head. Poetic license will be used and most likely abused. In the basement of this bungalow was the rest of the schmucks and staff, my siblings. My sister Coco, 9 at the time. My brother Benny, 10. Joe, 8. Rodrigo, 7. And Bobby, 5. They played about in the coolest spot in the house without a care in the world, wreaking havoc amongst each other because kids. Am I right?
You're right.
You are right. Oh, and also because boys.
They do be rambunctious.
Any hoozle, as they played about in the basement, and unbeknownst to my mother, a man creeped in behind. This is horrifying.
Yeah.
A man creeped in between the narrow walkway between our home and the neighbors. He stopped at the small window, a window barely any bigger than a doggy door, that sat at ground level peering into the basement. He beat on the window until breaking the glass.
Not the glass.
Like, there's children in there.
I think that's kind of his objective.
I hate that.
I know.
I hate him for that.
I do too.
Near that window was little Bobby.
Not little Bobby!
Little Bobby!
Bobby!
Standing there with his little root beer belly, chubby cheeks, his dark hair growing darker with sweat. The man reached in and yoinked him out of the basement.
Yoink! And into the oven. Just
Bye-bye,
kidding.
little Bobby.
Bye-bye.
I didn't say that, you did. Coco, Benny, Joe, and Rodrigo ran upstairs to the kitchen. They reached my mom, started pulling on her shirt. Mom, Mom! They started yelling, he grabbed Bobby! He grabbed Bobby! He pulled him out the window! Here's the thing. I would have died if I was that mother.
Yeah, on impact.
Your kids run up to you and say, he grabbed Bobby.
Yeah.
He grabbed Bobby. He pulled him out the window.
Dead.
How do you react to that?
She throws the baby and
Holy shit.
goes to get the
Holy
bob.
shit. My mother, obviously in shock, handed the golden child, the beautiful little baby so sweet and innocent, to her sister, Coco, and went down to the basement to see the destruction for herself, not quite believing what she heard. As the kids said, the window was broken with only small shards,
Small shards.
only small shards, still only small shards. What is it? Shards? It's shards.
It's shards.
Correctly,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
It's like shart.
Small shards. I don't know why that sounded so wrong in my head. Still sticking inside the frame. The police were called and alerted to the situation. I'm horrified for
It's
your entire family.
Very scary.
As everyone went outside to wait for the police, my brothers pointed to the elderly neighbor sitting in the backyard, rocking away on his glider while drinking. Mommy, he is the man who took Bobby. No.
Just went across the street.
No. Next to the elderly neighbor was a little dark-haired boy with his own drink.
It's Bobby.
What the fuck is going on here?
Hello?
What is going on? If you guessed that it was my brother sitting with the neighbor, you would be correct.
Yes.
The elderly neighbor was lonely and just wanted to share a beer and a chat with someone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No.
He wasn't all there.
No.
Yeah.
No, his family
Yeah.
was located and called to help. His son arrived and was very apologetic. Eventually, our neighbor was placed in a nursing home to get the 24/7 care he needed, and all was well again. That is so sad.
I know.
And so horrifying.
It's so sad on so many levels because childhood trauma immediately
Yeah.
for Bobby. And then like obviously that neighbor like
Didn't mean
wasn't
any
all
harm.
there, didn't mean any harm.
But, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Even though there was still glass left in the frame, little Bobby was not injured at all. In my best Keith Morrison impression, I don't see Bobby drinking much beer. Could it be because of this incident? Could it be because he prefers the harder stuff?
We'll never,
know. To this
That was
day,
really
my
good.
siblings still refuse to answer the question of, did he really reach down and grab him, or did you all just lift him up as an offering? I love that.
I love it so.
I love that.
It's so good.
That's a good one. I like that one. And can I say your name?
Let me see.
You may use my name, April.
April.
Thank you for that, April. I didn't want to call you out if I couldn't.
April, we love
April,
you.
that was a good one. And horrifying.
Horrifying, but like had a happy ending.
It did. It was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like that one.
All right, my next one is, I think I can say your name. So this is the time I almost had a play date with a kidnapper.
I hate this.
Yeah. Hello, wonderful ladies. I want to start off this story by saying the usual. You are amazing, and thank you so much for doing what you do. I found your podcast while listening to my girls over at National Park After Dark. Woo, woo!
Love them.
We love them so much. And I've been hooked ever since. My name is Devin, and yes, you can use my name.
Hey, Devin.
Hey, Devin. What's up, Devin? How are you, Devin? This story takes place in the good old early 90s.
Hell yeah.
When kids like me often ran around unsupervised outside, and I was usually barefoot. My family didn't have a lot of money. I lived in a small rented house on the outskirts of Anatok, I think it is.
I like it.
Antioch? Somewhere in California. I just said California. I have to go.
We're struggling.
We really are. It's kind of late. All right. You lived in California. Then small city, about 30 miles outside of San Francisco in the East Bay. It was seemingly a normal summer afternoon, and being the oldest child with an infant sibling to entertain me, I was playing out front of my house alone. My family, sorry, I need to zoom in because I'm literally blind. It's who I am.
Your salad fingers.
It's very hard.
La, 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 la. It was a seemingly normal summer afternoon, and being the oldest child with only an infant sibling to entertain me, I was playing out front of my house alone. My family home had a giant white birch tree in the front yard, surrounded by grass and a small garden.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It's gorgeous.
gorgeous.
The yard was enclosed in a giant cast iron gate. Thank God, more on that soon.
Uh-oh.
It had ivy stretching up around it, and it smelled of fresh herbs in the summer evenings. That's gorgeous and beautiful and
Baby.
lovely.
I love
You're
it.
setting a scene.
Devin.
It says, my mother was just in, or sorry, why can't I do this?
You know,
I don't know.
sometimes it's hard. You
Yeah.
became a different thing today.
I
so
did.
That's a lot.
Yeah, this isn't
You know,
Salad
it's
Fingers
a lot.
first. This is Salad Fingers' first rodeo.
It is. So give him a minute.
Yeah,
you know,
give him a minute. All right. This says, my mother was just inside caring for my sister when this story occurred. I was sitting in the grass playing with one of those cheap balls you see at the grocery store in those giant bins that you either
hell yeah.
wanted to climb into as a kid or throw balls over the top of. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, I do. I still love those.
I always just picture somebody taking a ball from like the inside like bottom and then
Yep.
everything just like plummeting down.
Tumbling
Like,
down.
bloop, 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 bloop.
Yep.
I love it. It was common for people to walk by my house. There was a small cafe up the road on the corner, and many people from our neighborhood frequented it. My house also backed up to 2 separate cemeteries, and I spent a lot of time getting to know each person buried in them. But that's a
what a-
story for another time.
Devin.
That's a story for right now, Devin.
Yeah, Devin, that's always a
now.
story for right now. Come on.
I love that story.
I love that.
I wasn't in the front yard long when I noticed a strange woman accompanied by a blonde girl a bit older than myself walk by with a small child in a stroller. I was immediately intrigued. Another child in the neighborhood? I didn't know it then, but I didn't know them, but I was desperate to have somebody else to play with. The woman sees my interest and stops in front of the gate to my house. This startles me, as I was taught stranger danger like everybody else. However, the woman seemed okay, and she had kids with her. How bad could she be? I was taught that if I was ever lost to find a policeman or another mom with kids, so this mom couldn't be bad. I wandered over to the gate.
Oh, no.
The woman asked me my name and asked if I lived there. I said yes and looked to the other kids. The older girl did not look at me one time. This immediately threw up alarm bells in my head, even as a kid. So much so that I remember this encounter to this day. Something,
I'm so nervous.
yeah, something was wrong, and even my small child brain knew it. The woman then asked if I wanted to go play with my ball with her daughters.
No.
She reached through the fence and touched my arm, a full grip on my wrist.
No.
It was then that I knew something was wrong for real. The panic set in. My brain yelled at me to step back, but I was frozen there. Parents always tell you about stranger danger, but how often as a kid do you actually experience it?
I don't like this at
She's
all.
upset! The plum bob!
I don't like this at
He
all.
said no, no, no.
I'm mad.
Maybe sensing my concern, the woman asked if I wanted to set up a play date and asked if my parents were around. She quickly looked over to me and around toward the house. It was then, thankfully, that my mom rushed outside and yelled at me to get away from the fence.
Yeah, get the fuck away from her.
Yeah, get away from that cuckoo lady. I backed away, releasing myself from the woman's grip, and ran to my mom. Without even another word, the woman and the girls quickly walked down the street, pushing the stroller out of sight, and I don't remember ever seeing them again. But the story's not over.
I was gonna say, if I was that mom, I think I would have, like, linebacker style tackled that woman to
Yeah,
the ground. And been
honestly.
like, what are your intentions?
What are you doing here? Let's just say I got a very stern lecture from my mom about not talking to strangers that day and never played out front of that house unsupervised ever again.
No.
Flash to 2009. Now I'm in high school and I live across town from where I grew up. I see that on the news, a little girl kidnapped in 1991 was held captive but found on the outskirts of California. The outskirts of that town, I can't
no.
say. Yes, that's right, ladies. I grew up and lived around the fucking corner from J.C. Dugard
Shut the fuck up.
while she was held captive for 18 years. Isn't that fucking bonkers?
I didn't see that coming.
No,
I
nobody
did not
did.
read these ahead of time. I did
picked
not
them.
see these coming.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yup. The woman I met that day, Nancy Garrido, I think it is.
What the
The kids I met, JC and her firstborn daughter, not her sister.
I'm without words.
Without words.
I'm without words.
Can you imagine?
No.
And to know that you like happened to have an experience where you like met her, and then 2, to realize that Nancy was trying to kidnap your ass too.
To add to the whole thing?
Yeah.
And oh my god. And your mom is probably like, holy shit, that was just JC. What?
Yeah. And your mom's like, thank God I was paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, Mama ran out there and was like, get the fuck off my property.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I felt absolutely sick to my fucking stomach watching the news. This poor girl was trapped in hell my entire childhood, only a few thousand feet from where I played and slept and lived every single day.
Wow.
My mom and I immediately looked up the address of where JC was found and saw that she was hidden only 8 houses away from us on the corner. The grief I felt that day was insurmountable, knowing I saw her and I met her and her kidnapper as a child and never even knew it. I can only guess now what might have happened to me if I had gone with that woman that day. I'm so glad you didn't.
Thank goodness, Devin.
Thanks for listening to my tale, and maybe later I'll write in about some other tales I have, like when I was subpoenaed to testify in front of a court as a witness for when I stopped a home invasion and accidentally broke up a crime ring in my neighborhood. Keep it weird. Much love, Devin.
Devin, come on.
You gotta
I wanna hear
You
those.
gotta send us those tales.
You got some stories, Devin.
You're happy
My
again.
goodness, I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Devin.
Crazy.
That was crazy. I did not see that coming. That like shocked me.
When I was reading it, I was like, wait, what? Oh!
Wow.
Oh, sorry, that just like ringed off, whatever.
Damn.
That's crazy, right?
All right, that's nuts.
No! Not Jeremy Fisher!
Jeremy's mine
I can't believe you just did that to me.
now. Steal Jeremy.
You can't steal my salad fingers.
Jeremy's mine now.
I gotta tuck them back in so they look more realistic.
Put Jeremy in my bag.
I can't believe you took my things. Not my things. Not my things.
If you had a rusty spoon, I'd steal that.
I know. I actually feel so fucking remiss. I was gonna make a rusty spoon and then I just completely forgot.
It's
And
okay.
it's not something you can just whip up in a minute.
You know what? The rusty spoon is the friends we made along the way.
I like that. Put that on my tombstone and never explain it to anyone.
No context whatsoever. All right, so the next listener tale is Listener Tales Home Invasion. Hello, firstly to Ash's cats, and secondly to you gorgeous, gorgeous gals.
I'll tell them you said hi.
My name is Molly.
Fricka
Feel
Slim
free.
Molly.
Feel free to use all my names, all the names in the thing. You guys remind me of the lovely relationship between me and my sister, and have even inspired us to begin percolating the idea of starting our own podcast.
Do it!
We both love spooky shit and have some truly hilarious banter. At least we think so.
We think we do too. That's the whole reason we started this.
That means that you're right.
Yeah, you're funny.
I'm not good at expressing my feelings, according to my therapist.
Neither is Elena.
But want you to know that I think you are both badass, hilarious, and talented human beings.
Thank you.
So are you. I hope to one day be as spooky and cool of a mom as you, Elena. That's really sweet.
I hope that too.
That's really sweet.
We
Thank you
share
so
that,
much.
Molly.
And get all the same scissor-wielding ghosts to fuck right off and leave my babies alone. I also hope to bring more of an ashitude into my life and be unapologetically myself while being rock to the people around me. Aww.
I love you so much, Molly.
You said, I love how supportive you've been of Elena's book, which I cannot wait to read, and you and Drew are the absolute cutest.
Thank
It's so
you.
true.
Her book is pretty all right.
Oh my god, and she's pretty alright.
tinyurl.com/thebutcherinternet, except don't use that because
Don't
it's
use
not
that.
active anymore. Go to Barnes & Noble.
TheButcherGame.com.
Oh, bitch, you have a whole website.
There you go. Anyway, attached are 2 double-spaced putafas for your reading pleasure. I won't bother apologizing for length because I already know what you're going to say. If you read one or both of these on the pod, TM, I will never stop bragging about blah, blah, blah. I will
She's
never
broken.
stop. I broke. I will never stop bragging to everyone I know. Much love, Molly.
Today we'll read the home invasion tale, and then guess what, Molly? You're going to be on back-to-back listener tales.
It's true. You're coming back.
We'll read New Orleans next month.
Hell yeah.
I've been doing admin.
So this one's called Fuck Kevin, and not in the fun way. I like that.
I like that a lot.
2020 was a shit year for a lot of reasons. One
You
of those
can say that
reasons is that it's the year that my apartment was broken into and robbed. Yes, Kevin is his real name, and I'm comfortable using it because he was indeed caught, arrested, and convicted.
Kevin.
By then, my then boyfriend, now husband, and I, congratulations, and I were out of town visiting my family, and we left our precious cat children, Ari and Binks, back at our apartment in Arlington, Virginia. Virginia, sorry, I said Vermont. Spoiler alert, no cats were harmed in the making of this listener tale. Thank you. We hired a cat sitter to come visit/feed them once a day. We were supposed to come back home on a Friday, but made a fateful last-minute decision to stay an extra day and come home on Saturday instead. At the time, I regretted this decision, but now am grateful for what we did, as it was the last time I saw my mom before she passed away unexpectedly from an undiagnosed heart condition.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Molly. That sucks.
I know.
We returned home on Saturday night, and my boyfriend commented that he thought the door was already unlocked when he stuck the key in. That's the scariest thing
I'd
I've
say,
ever
well,
had.
you go check the apartment.
Yeah.
I have to go somewhere.
It's been real. Bye. We brushed this off because the lock was kind of janky and he was probably mistaken. We drop our suitcases and I give my kitty some reunion snuggles. My boyfriend comes rushing out of the bedroom and asks me if I'd moved a small box out of his desk drawer. I had not. And this is where the red flags started going up. We searched the apartment some more and noticed that a passport, checkbook, and other items were missing as well. That's really scary.
To think that somebody has your passport, that's
That'd be
horrifying.
terrifying. The small box that my boyfriend was panicking over contained the diamond for my future engagement ring.
I know.
Oh, he had not given it to me yet, and this is how I learned that he was going to propose. Oh,
Imagine learning like that.
that's so sad.
I know.
I plugged our cheap security camera into my laptop and started reviewing the footage. Video only, there was no audio. My heart dropped when I got to the footage from Friday night/Saturday morning around 2 a.m. I can see Ari and Binks excitedly trotting up to the door as it began to open, thinking that Mom and Dad were finally home.
No.
I see their ears go back and their tails drop as they realize it's not us, and they turn around and sprint to find a hiding place. I see two unfamiliar dickhead men, sorry I added that, just men, come through the door. Unfortunately, I can't see their faces because the camera was pointed to the floor. It was positioned that way because we bought it to keep an eye on the cats, never expecting that it would capture a robbery. I break out into tears and call my mom while my boyfriend calls the police. Two young women police officers show up shortly after, and I'm grateful to them to this day for how comforting and kind they were as they took our statements and dusted for fingerprints. Side note, they used a black powder to dust for fingerprints, and Binks was very interested in what they were doing.
I love that.
He stepped in a pile of powder and left little black footprints all over the place. It was adorable, and to this day, he is known as Detective Binks.
DT Binks.
Binks
On the
is on the case. Over the next few days, we barely slept. I honestly...
I don't know how you would.
That must be like the most violating feeling.
Absolutely. To think two unknown men were in your house.
Yeah.
And have all your information.
Yes. Like I feel that's awful.
Yeah.
We barely slept, pushed furniture against the door at night, and patiently waited for the few and far between updates from police. My boyfriend coped in his way, denial, dealing with the logistics of insurance, etc. I coped in my own way, going full detective mode. The sight of the fear hitting my poor babies as they ran for cover was burned into my mind. Honestly, that would fuck me up too.
Yeah.
If someone upset my animals.
Yep.
I'd be so pissed.
Oh, that you could fight me with these salad fingers.
Fight me. You can mess with me. You can steal our shit, but you cannot fuck with my cats.
Exactly.
I reviewed the footage over and over, looking at every tiny detail. I noticed that the intruders picked up the note of instructions I'd left with the cat sitter, reading it to each other and laughing. Fuck you.
It's also like, why is that funny?
Why would that be funny and like
Like what?
Like what a dick. I reported this to the police, and they came and collected the paper for evidence. I also noticed that my boyfriend had been right about the door being unlocked. I can clearly see the cat sitter leaving on Friday, shutting the door, and not locking the deadbolts.
Fired.
She was suspected to be involved at first, but eventually determined to be simply incompetent and cleared by police.
Sometimes that's even worse.
Yeah, that really is.
Innocent but incompetent? Oof.
Oof. I obsessed over and messed with the footage enough to discover that there was, in fact, audio.
Huzzah.
Bitch, you are everything.
You're a detective.
It was
Detective
staticky.
Binks and you.
Hell yeah, it was staticky and hard to hear, and I listened over and over again with headphones to try to make out any clues. Finally, I saw one of the men walk over to the camera and could make out the following. Hey, Kevin, there's a camera here. Idiots. Not only did they drop names directly in front of the camera, but they also
Stupid.
left it there instead of taking it.
It's like, why would you do that? I mean, I'm glad they did, but like,
You
why would
gotta
you
be
do
a
that?
special kind of dumb.
You sure do.
The footage was on a micro SD card, so if they'd taken the camera, we would have had nothing to go off of. They unplugged the camera at that time, so we're not sure how long they were there or what else they did. Chilling.
Very chilling.
My hope is that they realized they fucked up and noped out of there immediately. I forwarded the audio to the detective assigned to our case, and this is what finally allowed them to catch him. Turns out the cops had been following Kevin for several months, connected to multiple other robberies of homes, schools, businesses, etc. They knew he was guilty, but until now they didn't have the hard evidence to convict him. Hell yeah. A warrant was put out, and Kevin was arrested for multiple felony robberies soon after. They searched his phone and found a conversation between him and some other shady character trying to pawn my diamond.
Can you imagine?
It was never found. We expect that he ditched it along with the other stolen items once he realized the police were onto him. Fuck that guy. Fortunately, my boyfriend is a genius and bought insurance for the diamonds, so we got a replacement for free.
Ooh,
Seriously,
You married right.
Yeah, we were both called to testify in court, and despite being totally hyped about getting on the stand, they did not question me, only my boyfriend.
Stupid.
Total bummer. He doesn't even like true crime. There was also no citywide parade or official commendations for me to single-handedly solving the case, which I feel I deserved.
You did.
I also feel you deserve
Should we have
that.
one retroactively?
I think we should.
Let's do it.
Anyway, Kevin is in jail now, and though my sense of security in my home is forever damaged, we're doing okay. We moved into a new house back in my Pennsylvania hometown to be closer to my family after my mom passed. I spent far too much money on a home security system. Love you, Simply Safe.
Simply Safe!
But it's worth it for the peace of mind. We are now married, and the cats are currently looking at burbs outside the window, and enjoying the cool fall weather. Whether you read this or not, it was a cathartic to write it all down. I'm glad.
Yay.
Thank you for giving me and many others a safe space to share our stories, Molly.
Molly, we love you.
You always have a safe space here, my friends.
Oh, you're safe forever here,
And
all of you.
I'm so sorry that your sense of like security and safety in your own home was rocked from that, because I understand why it was.
100%.
The same thing would have happened to me.
Yeah, that would have freaked me the fuck out.
Damn, Molly.
I know, you went through it, girl.
Shit.
But I'm so glad that your man's got insurance on the ring.
Yes, that was
Genius.
smart. He's a smart guy.
Smart guy. He's a smart guy. Remember
Smart
that?
guy. We're in the right era.
I love
We're
it.
staying in the right era.
In the right era. Oh, my nose is itchy.
Era.
That was funny. Sorry, my nose got itchy at a really inopportune time. Era. There you go.
There you go.
All right, my next one is from Eli. Eli! Hello, you wonderful ladies. My name is Eli. You can use my name. I've been listening since day one and have introduced many family and friends to you lovelies.
So not all of them.
Not all of them? Not all of them?
All right.
Just kidding.
We'll forgive you.
It's okay. I'm so proud of all you two have accomplished in these last years. Thank you. You gals brought me so many laughs, so many tears, and even tears from laughing. I look forward to hearing new episodes every week. You are my podcast drug of choice.
Aw, I love you, Eli.
I know we love you. I am also a Massachusetts gal. More details to
Hell
come.
yeah.
I'm not the greatest at writing, so please bear with me. You're actually really good at writing and really funny.
I
I
love
was
that.
crying when I read this of laughter.
Of laughter.
Of laughter. Without any more gushing, here's my tale of the time a demonic man parkoured his way into my apartment.
I'm obsessed with this already.
Back in my early 20s, I left home because I wanted a change. I met a guy when I went on a trip to Canada and we hit it off. I decided not to go back home, much to the shock of my family, job, and friends. Fuck, you only live once, right?
YOLO.
Here I am in Montreal on my own for the first time ever. We got a place in a big apartment condo. You know the type. Multiple floors, multiple apartments on each floor. Your typical Seinfeld situation, where you have to be buzzed into the building and all that jazz. My apartment was on the first level, but there was an entire garden level below. Those are air
I
quotes.
like that air quotes with the salad fingers.
You're welcome. Every apartment on the first level, all the way up to the top level, which was, I think, 8, had these mini balconies off the living room. On this day, after staying up way too late playing video games, I decided to call it a night around 1 a.m. Ah, the before children days. I head to my bedroom and get ready for bed. Not more than a few seconds after I lay down, I hear this loud yelling coming from the alleyway between my building and the ones next to mine. Picture this alleyway like a sideways T-shape. Looking out my window, there were 2 buildings and an alley between them, leading directly to my unit. The yelling was so disturbing. It was no spoken language I had ever heard of. It was seriously demonic. The voice was deep, raspy, but had this sharp edge to it, the type that would make you want to cover your ears. The words made absolutely no sense at all. Now me, being the nosy-ass bitch I am, I immediately jump out of bed and go peep out the curtains to see what the actual fuck is going on.
Hell yeah, I would have done the same thing.
No, if I hear a commotion, out the curtains I peek.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go vacuum the grass.
Literally.
Like, I gotta know what's going on.
I love those TikTok videos when people will start doing that.
Like sweeping the grass.
I love it. Well, there's a man running down the alley toward my building.
Uh-oh.
He's waving his arms all over, but that is as much as I could make out. It was extremely dark, and there's minimal lighting in that area. As he's making his way toward the building, a car turns in the alley behind him. It had sirens, so clearly it was the police chasing said man. The entire time, he's shrieking this ungodly noise, heading straight toward what seemed like me.
Oh.
Now, at ground level, there's a small retaining wall. It's literally like 3 feet tall, and he jumps on it and leaps up to grab the bottom of my balcony.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Did you shit your pants, Eli?
I would have.
Because I would shit my pants.
Eli says, which, by the way, is a solid 15 to 20 feet up, and I don't know if he was truly possessed or not, but I shit you not, he hoisted himself up like he was an Olympic pole jumper without a pole.
What the fuck? He just had like a 20-foot vertical? Like, what's going on?
Some straight parkour American Ninja Warrior shit.
Get that man a contract somewhere. Like, what the hell?
I ran right to my night table, where I happened to have stashed an 8-inch blade in the drawer. Just casual things.
That's Eli right there.
And pull it out.
Yeah,
I know.
just pull it out.
Just pull it right out.
Just in case.
I know I said I would mention this, but I'm from this wonderful little gem of a city called Brockton.
Oh.
Have you guys ever seen the menu? Go watch the menu.
Go watch the menu.
Now, I know you two gorgeous ladies most likely know about this special little shithole, but the rest of the world probably doesn't. Feel free to insert whatever. Oh, now.
That was amazing.
I basically grew up in an area where you sleep with one eye open in nicer terms.
Yeah.
It's called the City of Champions, but that's far from what it is.
Champion.
To any other Brocktonians, don't come for me. You know it's true. So knife-wielding me runs
You know, ick-yick.
Ick-yick. If you know Brockton, you know.
You know.
Ick-yick. So knife-wielding me runs into my living room as my balcony screen door opens and the inner door is being rammed on by this demon asshole. Yes, this fucker is still chanting.
Damn.
I know you're probably thinking, hide, don't run toward danger, but I don't know. I just had this urge to stand my ground. I'm not going to be caught.
Sometimes you get that urge, you know?
Yeah, it just
Sometimes
happens.
you're just like, I feel like standing my ground today.
Yeah, I'm going to stand my ground right now.
Sometimes it happens.
And Eli says, I'm not going to be caught unprepared.
That's right.
The locks give out and the door crashes inward.
No.
The demon rushes in. He stops to look around and survey the situation. We lock eyes. Imagine if you were just like this.
I looked at him.
What if you were just like,
Like, what if he just broke in and you were just like,
hey, do you like rusty spoons?
Honestly, best home security system ever.
Right.
It's just always be salad fingers at every moment. Because if somebody breaks in and you just rise out of bed and just say, I like rusty spoons.
What are you
They're
doing
going to get the fuck
here?
out of there.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to get the fuck. If you sit up and say, it's almost orgasmic, they'll be like, bye. Bye. Go on to the next one.
My salad fingers.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll leave.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
Little tip from us to you.
yeah, the safety tips. Well, la 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 la. I said to him while holding the knife, don't fucking try me.
Oh, that's Eli right
That's
there.
Eli.
That's my Eli
City
right
of Champions.
there. That's right.
Eli. Eli's the whole city.
Yep. Eli knows.
His screaming had come to a halt, and it was so fucking weirdly quiet. He looked at the front door, looked at me, the front door, me, and finally vaults over my coffee table to the front door, fumbles with the lock, gets it open, and runs into the building hallway. Then
He
resumes.
said, fuck that.
He said, fuck that. But then resumes his demonic murder screaming again.
Yeah, he took a little pause.
Yeah.
Surveyed the situation
said-
and then was like, I'll continue out here.
They were words, but not. It's seriously hard to explain, but terrifying.
Oh, I wish you had audio. Why didn't you get audio?
Come on, Eli. Audio or it didn't happen. This entire thing was only like 6 seconds tops, but in the moment it felt like forever. Now this would be the perfect time for me to shut my door, lock it, and crumble into a sob, but nah, girl.
Nah.
I ran out into the hallway after him. Like, who's paying for my broken door?
Oh.
Ladies, I don't know why I felt like Xena warrior princess, some
you
Amazonian badass bitch, when the reality was a 21-year-old Puerto Rican, 5'3", thick and out of shape.
I'm obsessed with you,
So
Eli.
many C's. I love you, Eli.
Eli for life.
You just wait. The end of this tale, I was
already
crying.
obsessed.
I was crying at this point, but then I started sobbing at the
man.
next part. The demon runs straight into the officers that yoke him up. One officer runs to me. He looked me up and down and at my knife, which I immediately placed on the ground, and held my hands up like I was the criminal
not
or
trying to fight
something. He ushers me into my apartment to make sure I'm okay, and to get me out of the hallway, as some neighbors had begun opening their doors to see what was happening. Hey, did I mention I was only wearing red panties? So my fucking coconut fig tip titties were just clapping in the wind. Can I say that? I just love, can I say that?
Bitch, you can say that. You can sing that. You can speak that in a poem. You can, that's Eli.
So Eli had their own.
Eli
had their own security, you know, system in place.
Eli, I'm obsessed with you.
Your yabo saved you.
Your yabos.
I'm so.
We love your yabos.
In
we
fact,
love them.
we love them. I mean, listen, it was bedtime.
Oh my God.
Whoops.
Did I mention I was only wearing
Oh, by the way, did I
red
mention
panties?
my coconut titties were flapping?
The fact that this demon motherfucker came walking into, like, busting through your house like the Kool-Aid man, and you're standing there in red underwear, holding an
knife.
8-inch knife, and you just said, like, don't even
fuck with
fucking
me.
try me. Queen.
He said, "All right."
Queen.
He said, I will not.
Get her a goddamn crown.
You are a warrior princess.
Oh, you are.
In asterisks, after covering my goodies with a throw blanket, the officer takes a small statement from me, helps get the door back in place, offers to bring me to a friend's, all that stuff, but I told him I was fine, I'd be okay.
Yeah, we're good.
So he left. I paced my living room for a few more minutes, trying to get my heart rate to slow the fuck down, and finally go into my room and get into bed. Here's the best part of this entire fucking crazy
We haven't
story.
reached the best part.
No. My mans rolls over and puts his arm around me and says, "What language was that?" I am laughing so hard typing this part. Yes, ladies, this motherfucking country boy that grew up in the middle of nowhere kept his grown-ass man self in bed.
Screaming.
In bed. While I'm fucking knife-wielding samurai and keeping us safe. My response to him? No idea, but I think it was satanic. While he blissfully went back to snoring.
The fact that he just rolled over and was like,
What language was that?
what are you saying?
Like, where were you?
Man
And where
just
were
burst
you?
through a fucking wall.
Like, what? Hello? He just broke our
Damn.
front door down.
Damn. Damn, Eli.
I knew from that day on, if we ever had a family and shit went down, I'd have to be the one to protect us.
Yeah, Eli for life.
But that's all for my story of my thick-ass naked Hispanic lady face-off versus parkour demonic banshee man. I didn't die, so that's a bonus.
That's a huge bonus in my eyes.
Thank you so much for reading. I grew up in the Bridgewater Triangle and currently live back here raising my little family. I got lots of spooky and scary stories I could share, including my dad almost being murdered in front of me. The amount of blood will forever be a memory I can't forget. Oh, Brockton. Or, that wasn't me, that was Eli. Or when my mom's cousin came over and asked what dress she should wear if she died, when in fact, she actually had died the day before and was wearing said dress my mom picked out at the funeral days later. Or the time my friends and I got attacked in the woods by a group of men and had to ask for help from a nudist colony. Yeah, I have some tales. Send us all of them.
Eli.
One putafa.
I'm not kidding you. Tale 1, tale 2, tale
1,
3, tale
2,
4.
3.
Give me them all.
All the tales. Every tale.
It's the holiday season.
Yeah.
Give us so we can take it.
I want a full putafa.
I want a bag full like this of those tales.
An Eli episode.
An Eli episode. We'll do a whole episode on Eli.
Yeah. Send
Full,
us all
like-
those tales.
Threaten me with a good time.
Literally.
Let's go.
Well, keep it weird, ladies. I hope to attend a live show in the future. Peace out and love always, Eli.
Eli?
Eli.
For fucking
For life. Eli for life.
Damn, Eli.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So those were our home
That was
invasion.
amazing.
That's my computer. That's my whole computer.
What is?
My computer.
What?
She doesn't-
She doesn't have a burglar alarm. If you installed one, this wouldn't happen.
What? I'm just a salad fingers. You're ridiculous.
Sims 1 players will know.
Oh, you guys. Only Sims 1 players in these streets will get it.
OGs.
I love doing video listener tales so much. Just the fact that, what day is today? Is it a Wednesday?
Yeah, it's just a Wednesday.
It's just a fucking Wednesday. And I sent this to my family group chat and they were like, this is amazing. Like, what? And I was like, yeah, sometimes it's hard to explain what my job is.
Yeah, when I came out of the room for a second and John was like, oh, just working? Just going to work?
I love it.
I was like, what?
And that's because of you guys.
Yeah.
And we're hella thankful for you.
Yes.
We love you. We want to smooch your faces.
We do. I want to steal your faces.
We neglect it. Don't steal their face. That's fucking
That's what I
terrifying.
do. I want to steal your face.
You're like the queen from fucking, what's that movie that you won't let your kids watch? And they want to watch it so
Oh,
bad.
Return to Oz.
Yeah.
That's
Queen
a great
Mosby.
movie. Princess Mombi.
I was so close. I was more on like a Sweet Life.
Queen Ted Mosby.
No, I wasn't there either. I was on a Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Mr. Mosby thing.
Oh, there you go.
That's where I was.
Well, the Princess Mombi.
Mombi.
Yeah.
Freaky. I just think it's weird that you're going to steal their faces. But we neglected to mention that this is Thanksgiving today.
It is
you're
Thanksgiving
watching this.
while you're watching this. So, we're thankful for you and happy Thanksgiving. And,
Happy Thanksgiving.
And turkey and sweet potatoes and whatever else.
Oh, I'm so excited for your Thanksgiving. Yeah. Elena's definitely going to have to post some recipes because that bitch.
I will. I'll post recipes.
And I have something that I'm going to do. I just burped. Please cut that out. I have something.
No.
You should not. Please. It was such a dainty one.
Cut it out.
It was so dainty.
We can leave it in. I have something. Fuck it. I'm real. I have something that I'm going to do on Thanksgiving, and I'll show you.
I like that.
On Thanksgiving, I'll
I
show
like
you.
that a lot.
I'm going to dress like this at Thanksgiving just to be provocative.
Provocative. I like it.
Right?
Yeah.
It provokes emotion.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
very
I
provocative.
think it does. You can't see me. I'm salad fingers. Well, we love you.
And we love doing this.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
Keep
it
weird. But not so weird that you don't have salad for fingers. I love salad and I love having salad fingers. What is she gonna steal now? Ah!